Today, I'm using this video to answer a common question that Nigerians have always asked back to back in our consultation sessions. So instead of you always booking session to get clarification about this, here is a free video. And this is the last time I'm going to answer this question publicly. If I transferred 1 million naira into your account today, would you start a business with it or invest it? Believe it or not, one of these decisions could double your money over time, and the other could wipe out your entire savings if you make the wrong move. I would show you exactly how I would move. We're going to talk about 3 scenarios. 1 is if you're a salary earner, 2 is if you're a skilled professional, and 3 is for complete beginners. I do not know how you got your 1 million naira. Some have done a job over time. Some have just kept it in high yield savings accounts. Some have been gifted. Some it's your new salary. Whatever your case may be, you have 1 million naira to play with in the market and you want it to grow. Now, stick to the end. If you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome to Fooby Finance, where we help ordinary Nigerians find profitable businesses, make informed investment decisions, and embark on a journey to building lasting wealth through our practical financial education. I must commend you as a Nigerian because there's something about us that is unique. In this country, we save a lot because we know nobody is coming to save us. So we try to save for ourselves. But this is where the problem begins. After saving the money, we do not know where to put it. We do not know what to do with it exactly. Then someone comes along and gives us the advice. Why not open a small supermarket? Why not go into crypto trading? What about buying of shares? Just start a POS by the roadside. There is mini importation from China. You see all these things around you and even on social media. So it makes it easy for you to think you can just go into one business or the other, or go into one investment or the other. And before you know it, the result comes. The money is gone. Today, we are going to remove emotions from the conversation and we'll make decisions using common sense. This is what we help people achieve during our consultation session. We would use numbers and we are going to use real life practicality. So let's talk about what 1 million naira means in 2026. Let's be honest. 1 million naira is a fair milestone, but it's not unlimited money. You and I know that. I call it seed capital. If you treat it like wealth, you would likely lose it because that mindset. But if you treat it like a tool, it will become wealth for you. Now we'll talk about investment and then business. So what is an investment? Investing means putting your money into assets that can grow over time without requiring you to work every day. That is, so you don't have to work every day. Examples of such are treasury bills, mutual funds, Nigerian stocks, ETFs. You guys know I have videos on that. And if you do not know, you can check my playlist after watching this video. Fixed income investments, real estate investment trusts, what we call REITs. So when you invest, your money works for you. But the downside is growth usually takes time and returns are not guaranteed. While on the other hand, a business solves a problem for people in exchange for money. Unlike investing, a business needs time to grow. It needs attention. It needs customer service, marketing, day-to-day management. A successful business can generate cash flow and be scaled. But the downside of this is many businesses fail because of poor planning, weak execution, or lack of demand. Because if there's no demand for what you're selling, surely the business will fail. Now, the smartest people like Otedola, people like Dangote, and there are smarter people in the room that we know. They often use business and investment together. Now, how do you use business and investment together when it comes to just 1 million naira? That is because your business can generate income. Your investment can help preserve and grow your wealth. But this is a challenge for most persons, knowing which should come first for you. Now, let us take the scenario for that of a salary earner. If I earn 250,000 naira per month, I have no business experience, but over the year or years, I've saved 1 million naira. Should I resign or start a business? Which would be the best option? A better approach, like I do tell people, is to keep my job. I would invest part of that money in diversified investment, and I will use a smaller portion to test a side business that I feel I will be passionate about. Because we already know that the money is small, so we are going to pick one of those small businesses that we think we are passionate about. And that way, I maintain the source of my income while testing entrepreneurship. Scenario 2, if I were a skilled professional, let's say I'm a baker with like 5 years of experience. I already have customer base, but I need better equipment. Putting my money into expanding my already existing business could make more sense instead of me now investing it in financial assets, because I already understand the current market that I'm exposed to as a baker. Scenario 3, if I were just, say, a beginner, like a 9 to 5er that just saved a millionaire from that 250,000 naira salary, and I'm looking for where to put it. I have no skill, I have no business experience, I have no investment experience, no customers. Starting a business immediately could be risky for me. So instead, I should invest that money into learning valuable skills. I would keep part of the money as an emergency fund. In my last video, I defined what an emergency fund is. Your monthly expenses times 6 months is your emergency fund. I would invest the remaining amount while still gaining experience. Now we have talked about 3 different scenarios. So when should you start a business if you have 1 million naira? A business may be a stronger option for you if you already have an experience in the industry. For instance, if you work in a role that you face customers, you already know them, you have their numbers, you already understand your business, your experience in that industry. If you are starting a business based off that, it will be more profitable to you because everything that you need is already around you. You can use that experience in your role to start your new business. The business will also be better for you if you already know how you will make sales. That is still based on that your experience. If you already understand the customers you're going to sell to, whether it is services or products. If you have validated demand for your services or products, what that means is it is not all products that are good that people are willing to pay for. Get that right. Not all good products or service will get people paying for them. There are so many products on your own screen, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and you just scroll past. Beautiful. This will make sense. This is a nice idea. You still scroll. You don't want your product to be one of those products. So start with a product that people are willing to pay for. Now, some people think that after leaving your 9 to 5, starting a business will mean lounging, staying at home, going anytime I want. That is not the case at all. In fact, starting a business is more demanding because you must invest all your time for your own life. But the beautiful thing is you're doing it for yourself. So if you are willing to work consistently, by all means, start a business. Because your 1 million naira alone cannot build the business. It's your execution that would build that business. Scenario 2, if I were a skilled professional, let's say I'm a baker with like 5 years of experience. I already have customer base, but I need better equipment. Putting my money into expanding my already existing business could make more sense instead of me now investing it in financial assets, because I already understand the current market that I'm exposed to as a baker. Scenario 3, if I were just, say, a beginner, like a 9 to 5er that just saved a millionaire from that 250,000 naira salary, and I'm looking for where to put it. I have no skill, I have no business experience, I have no investment experience, no customers. Starting a business immediately could be risky for me. So instead, I should invest that money into learning valuable skills. I would keep part of the money as an emergency fund. In my last video, I defined what an emergency fund is. Your monthly expenses times 6 months is your emergency fund. I would invest the remaining amount while still gaining experience. Now we have talked about 3 different scenarios. So when should you start a business if you have 1 million naira? A business may be a stronger option for you if you already have an experience in the industry. For instance, if you work in a role that you face customers, you already know them, you have their numbers, you already understand your business, your experience in that industry. If you are starting a business based off that, it will be more profitable to you because everything that you need is already around you. You can use that experience in your role to start your new business. A business will also be better for you if you already know how you will make sales. That is still based on that your experience. If you already understand the customers you're going to sell to, whether it is services or products. If you have validated demand for your services or products, what that means is it is not all products that are good that people are willing to pay for. Get that right. So if you are willing to work consistently, by all means, start a business. Because your 1 million naira alone cannot build the business. It's your execution that would build that business. Now, when might investing be a better choice for you? Investing might suit you more if you don't have time to run a business, if you already have a stable income, if you are interested in building long-term wealth, if you prefer lower day-to-day involvement, not constantly working, you just want to invest in an already existing business, or as a silent partner like a non-executive, or you invest in other financial assets. Now, if you are comfortable with gradual growth, not people who want instant money now, then investment is for you. Let me share the practical framework that I do share with those who have asked me these questions. I tell them to ask themselves 5 different questions. When you are able to find an answer to this question based off your own unique scenario, you will say that you'll find a path that works for you. Ask yourself this: do I have a reliable source of income? Do I have business experience? Have I identified real customer demand? Can I afford to lose part of this money? And that is one place that they get stuck. Many Nigerians are not even ready to lose 1 naira from that 1 million naira, or from that 20 million naira, that 50 million naira. Now ask yourself, what is my goal over the next 5 years? Your answers to these 5 questions can help point you toward the most suitable path for you. There is a balanced strategy that I use. If I had 1 million naira today, I probably wouldn't put all into one place. That's the honest truth. For example, I might keep an emergency reserve. You know what your emergency fund is by now. I would invest a portion in diversified financial assets. I'll use another portion to start or grow a business, especially if I find a business with proven demand that is already existing and just need capital. I would continue to learn to increase my earning power. Now, this is the game changer. As long as you're willing to keep learning, your earning power will continue to increase. Now, I cannot tell you that this is the amount you should use for your emergency fund or your financial assets, or starting a business, or investing in someone's business, or even learning a skill, because our scenarios are different. I will do just what works for my personal circumstance, and our risk tolerance are different. So do you, as long as you are able to ask the 5 questions I spoke about earlier, and you are able to do these 4 things that I just listed, fit it into your own personal scenario and consider your risk tolerance, you will start getting the right answers for your own question. There are mistakes that people make that you cannot afford to make. Starting a business because it is trending. It is not possible. Investing in a product that you don't understand. Please don't do that. Don't say because somebody's business is already existing and you then go into that product without doing your due diligence. Understand the product before investing in it. If you want to start selling that product, do your own due diligence to understand it, if it is a business you're starting on your own. Another problem is spending all your capital on equipment before getting customers. Damn, don't do that, because that is where your equipment will be. Your customers will be unavailable. That means you're on level 0. Expecting quick profit is another thing that I would not do if I'm investing my 1 million naira today. Listen to this one. Ignoring emergency savings is something you should not try. Make sure that your emergency fund is inside your account. It's the rest you use in starting that investment or that business. Don't you make that mistake, because if you lose, that is what you fall back on. So please, if you're having 1 million naira and your emergency fund for 6 months is 300,000 naira, please remove that 300,000 naira first and know you are doing every other thing you want to do with the 700,000 naira. This is what I want you to remember today. No amount of money can just change your life by itself. It's the decision you make with that money that would change your life. Some people turn 1 million naira into a thriving business. Others use it to build a long-term investment portfolio. And some lose it because they rushed into a decision without a plan. There is not one answer that fits everyone. The best choice for you is the one that matches your own skill, your own personal goals, your income, and your ability to manage risks. So if someone transferred 1 million naira to your account today, what would you do with it? Would you start a business? Would you invest it? Or would you just combine both? Tell me in the comments and let's discuss your thinking. If you found this video helpful, we have loads of videos like this in our playlist. Just do well to watch those videos after this. And remember, your first 1 million naira is important, but how you use it matters far more than how you have earned it. If you want to book a one-on-one session, we have solved these problems for you. The reason I'm sharing this is because we want to cut down the amount of time that we use in answering this common question and go to the main point. You'll see people asking this question. Before we are done, we may be on 35 minutes when you have a 1-hour session, and then we are using the rest 25 minutes to answer the main question that you want to solve. So since this is a common problem with most people who book the session, I decided to make sure I create this into a video so that I can refer you to it if you ask me that question. And then we'll use the rest of the time for other questions that are still important to you. So say thank you in the comment section, because not everyone will do this. Some people will just like to get your money and that is it. My name is Olufunke Odode. I'll see you in my next video.